Ayo! Greetings and salutations, everybody. I go by the name of Usumuzo Gompofu, also known as Upudgambali for the 2Ks. Aluken. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. Gold shine. Gold shine. Yeah, well, welcome to yet another jam-packed, fun-filled, and educational episode of the Gold Youth Podcast. Thank you once again for joining us. Please make sure to like this video, share this video with your friends, subscribe to this channel, and check out other videos that we have out there. But yeah, welcome. And as always, I'm never riding solo. Strapped in right next to me today, I have two co-pilots. Two! Not one, but two. We have a junior peer educator and we have a gold grade. But they're going to introduce themselves and tell their story. So yeah, my good says, how are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm happy to be here.
Fantastic, happy to be here, sir.
Yeah, and I'm also good and thrilled to be here too.
Awesome, we're good and thrilled and fantastic. So if you had to introduce yourself to people who might not know you, like what would you say? Maybe we can start with you. Yeah.
I am Imanam and I'm a junior peer educator. I am such a huge fan of innovation, sustainability and AI development for now and for the future.
Oh, nice. Flavor. So that's Imanam, a junior peer educator. Yeah, okay, welcome to the podcast. Yes, my good sir.
For me, I am Unam Max Dwangu, Mad Max, the best above the rest. I am also a STEM teacher. I'm a first year doing biomedical at UWC, and I'm interested in everything science. Basically, I'm the best scientist around.
Yes, it's Flavor. So we got the best in the house today. So it's gonna be a very interesting conversation and topic that we'll be having. But before we get right into it, right? So we're gonna do a quick exercise, very quick exercise. So we're gonna play pretend for a moment. You know, do you know pretend? When you pretend,
Yeah,
like to be Superman, pretend to
role
be,
play.
Yeah, role play. Basically, hey, listen, this guy, I'm the best. Role play, me, I'm pretend. Okay, it's right. Role play, pretend, right? So, Imanam, like on the far right, you're gonna pretend to be a human sports coach.
Okay, human sports coach.
Can be any sport, but you are the human sports coach, right? And then Max, you are going to pretend to be an advanced AI robot, AI machine.
Terminator Busu.
Okay. But who does sports coaching?
Okay.
You understand? And then so you're a human sports coach and then you're a robot sports coach, right?
Definitely.
And then it's just gonna take a few moments to think, and then like, what is it that you as a human sports coach, what do you do better than the robot sports coach? Yeah, what is the advantage of having you as a sports coach compared to the robot sports coach? Does it make sense?
Okay, yeah, it makes sense.
And for you, Max, what makes you better than a human? What makes a Terminator better than a human in terms of sports coaching? Not there.
I'm kidding.
I want to be back.
Okay.
In terms of sports coaching, understand that what makes you best compared to the
Human sports coach.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
First of all, I would say basically my processes. As a human, I'm better than a human when it comes to our processes. I can check the human body internally, not just externally. And like I have a bunch of more information which is put together in me to build me. Basically, this single human works with the mind of one person, but then to build me, to create me, it was taken from algorithms of different people, so I can give a different perspective on the same one situation. So and then we also have something which is called supercomputing. Supercomputing is the ability to think basically universal thoughts in 1 single second. So think like I have multiple brains thinking on one solution. So I feel like that makes me generally like better than a normal human. And also, let's go to my specs. As a supercomputer, I can look at your muscle refinement. I can look at your health logically. I can look at your stamina logically. Each and every human is different. Fundamentally, we're looking at it from basically an anatomical view and a psychological view. Both of those. As a AI, I'm well versed to actually researching it and then adapting it, working with it. So basically, my research is better. My overall, as an AI, do I have a body?
It sounds like you're air. You do have a body, yeah.
If I do
You're a robot.
Yeah.
If I do have a body like then now even my training goes extra hardcore. You limit I don't get tired. I'm an AI, so I can even train the entire team. I can actually even train them individually. Maintaining the same energy. And then I can diversify my training for each and every one of them, and I can keep a memory in my head of the changes of which are happening. So fundamentally, I'm way more different than a human.
Wow. Are you a robot? Are you really a robot? No, we're playing pretend.
I've already told you, I'm that next, the best above the rest.
Yeah, this
When
guy.
you be a robot, I'll be the robot.
This guy's like muscle refinement. You see, I'm like, what? Okay, but thank you for sharing. Okay, yeah, quite some strong points made as well, Luguti. You know, I can also you can also give like individual attention to each person while also like recording and tracking progress and all that, and then also there's the internal part of the human being as well as the outside anatomy and psychological. Okay, good points. Thank you, Mr. Robot.
AI.
Yes, sir. How are you better than this robot that just came
So
now?
let me first say that there is no independent AI robot in this world that can do whatever it wants to do without being programmed by a human being. It's influenced by what a human being does. So if like a human being can do something, that's what an AI will be integrated and be programmed to do. It won't just do something that can be done by a human being, because everything that AI robots do these days, this advanced robot, all boys that like he made, some of like those things that things adapted from human practices. So being like mentioning some points that I didn't mention as a human being, sports coach, I think I do kind of have some emotional compelling with a better like emotional compelling with like players in my team rather than an AI robot would do so. And I think I have like a human to human understanding rather than a robot to human would like kind of clash things to compile something out of it. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, now you're blackmailing now in terms of
I created you.
you know, I created you.
I created you.
And also, but it's a powerful thing you're saying about the emotional. So as much as the robot now will run you through like a 6-hour training course and all that, but now emotion, when I say I'm hurt, the robot don't understand fully how you hurt, because it doesn't get tired, it doesn't get hungry, I'm hungry. Or not even like that, like, I didn't have a good night's rest. Now you want me to run 5 laps around the field, but I'm mentally I'm not okay, you understand? So it also makes good points. Okay, would you prefer, if you were to have a sports coach, would you prefer a human sports coach or an AI sports coach?
I would say a blend of the two.
A blend of the two.
Yeah.
Interesting. Max, what do you say?
Okay, obviously it's best to have the best of both worlds, but can I quickly just go back for a second?
No problem. Yeah.
If I'm going back, like the point of which I mentioned is I feel like okay, I feel like we are like there's a fine line between AI and a robot. As much as we're seeing a robot and
School us. Yeah.
a robot, you guys are basically looking at a machine. It's given a task and then it completes it. AI has undergone machine learning.
Yeah.
So basically, if you guys are coming here with emotions, those can also be programmed, not as well as the humans. But then remember, I'm advanced.
Okay.
But besides the fact of being advanced, even in our current day and age, we do have most AIs. Our current AI is still developing. It's in its baby stages. But then if you guys have seen, there's people on the internet who actually speak to ChatGPT as if it was a person.
But emotionally, man. But
you
emotionally,
can
like,
be programmed to do like an emotional advancement of something rather than a human being would feel for you emotionally.
like read the room, read the feelings.
Like read the feelings.
And AI like read like, you know, because the thing like sometimes
Also, it was made like a huge point when he said AI never gets tired. Even if you can be an advanced robot, you'll never go to sleep. You'll be up the whole day doing whatever you are like programmed to do around the time. But then I, as a human being, tired, having like gotten like enough resting, you wouldn't like feel what pain am I going through right now. Whether do I have like I need some muscle stretch or whatever. You wouldn't understand that. You just say, oh, you need emotional, like you need a stretch of anything in your body so that you can get back to the field. That's what you do.
Have you guys ever heard about algorithms?
Algorithms, yeah.
Which you can explain for maybe some of the watchers at home who are confused right now on what an algorithm is.
An algorithm basically it's a pattern. In that pattern, it's how our AI is basically programmed. Because most AI stands for artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
That intelligence is taken from repeated everything which you guys are saying. Tiredness has already been accounted for. Lack of dietary needs has already been accounted for. Emotional needs has already been accounted for. Even like do you guys even love, man, can affect how you play in a game. For instance, I was heartbroken.
Yeah.
She dumped me, and then I'm playing, and like I won't be playing as at my best.
Yeah.
That can also be accounted for using
by AI.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's something which different humans go through. So all of those basically can be accounted for by an AI.
I have a question. I have a question. Like in terms of this, because now I feel like we're on the emotional aspect of AI and emotional aspect of a human to human, right?
Yes.
So with AI, it's gonna ask you, let's say ChatGPT, how are you? I'm not okay, but I say I'm fine.
Yes.
The robot, the AI, is not gonna pick that I'm not fine. It's gonna take what I'm saying and process that information and say Vusu is fine. So let's continue. How was your day? You understand? But then with the human, it's like, ish, I'm fine.
Okay.
But you can pick up what you know. You're saying you're fine. Like the words you're saying are saying I'm fine, but the tone of voice and the inflation is like, no, you're not fine. Hence that emotional thing. But I think you had a point. Yeah.
I think he had a point. He's also an advanced robot AI, so he's in the structure of a human being. Can see when you're let down.
Yeah, because currently ChatGPT doesn't have any senses. Now you're saying like I can see that you're not fine. I can hear your voice.
Sure. Yeah.
So like ChatGPT like currently doesn't have those. But like if we're speaking
chatbot like.
Chatbot, yeah.
And if like we're speaking about an entire robot now, I won't be able to just see your your external look.
Scan.
Yes, I can even like scan your brain. Our brain reacts differently. There's brain waves when you're happy, you're not happy. There's the hormones which are released in each and every one of those cases. So as much as you can try to lie your best outside, your internal structure, your internal environment will never lie to me. Hence why we even have lie detectors. Lie detectors are done by what? Humans or robots?
It's administered by humans, but it's by robots. Yeah,
because it can check the heartbeat, the slightest skips in your heartbeat. So like even having that. Imagine now, I'm a robot. I have the knowledge of a human. And then I have the makeup of a machine. That means I can do it even better. I can tell when you're lying to me. I can tell when you're being truthful. I can tell what's making you like your emotions basically.
I agree with that.
You agree with that? I was human sports. Why are you changing now?
Facts are facts.
It's a fact. It can be like most of these days. There's development with each and every algorithm being processed each and every hour by the superior geniuses around the world.
But the question is AI at that level now?
At this level, still developing, but then in the future it will be at that level. But then completing like a human being with an AI. AI are more advanced than humans are.
In terms of what? Because now we talk about him. You guys.
In terms of everything.
Everything. You're saying AI is better than humans in everything.
Yeah, in everything.
Yo. What about human intuition, guys? You don't know human intuition. Another thing. When you like the sixth sense.
Yes.
When maybe you're walking and then someone is behind you, then you can feel that someone's behind. A robot can't do that.
But then there are certain movies where there's been like a robot, then there's been someone working like back towards it, trying to step it. For example, more like transformer, like horror movies.
Like sensors. Yeah,
it can sensor what's coming. Even like 1 kilometer away.
It's scary, guys.
It's programmed.
I feel like this human just switched sides.
It came over. It's like, me, I'm not gonna be human.
Yeah.
But okay, you guys mentioned something interesting that when I asked Bob, would you rather be coached by a human sports coach or a AI, a robot sports coach, and you both said like something with a mixture of both worlds. Like, what would that look like? Is that like a cyborg? Yeah, what does that look like?
I think it would look like a human being, but then with some AI inside it. For example, some like microchip that like invented by like Elon Musk.
Or like the microchipping that Elon Musk is doing. Yeah.
So if I think it can do like better if it would be like advanced and be redone again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it will do the job.
So and that's the future. Like, so you're having microchips inside you.
Yeah, it means like we'd have the features of the AI and human.
You mean like it's one thing that somebody was saying before come to you, Max, right? Like someone was saying, Guti, as a person, you are as smart as you are, and you have the knowledge that you have sitting right here, right?
Yeah.
But then with your phone, just with your phone, you are connected to the whole entire world. You're connected to the internet whereby you can search for anything. That means now. Where like Elon Musk is actually saying this. So where it's actually taking is now having that phone embedded inside you with that's a microchip. So you're still you, but now you have access to the whole system of things, the internet and all that. That is scary. Did you have any thoughts?
For me, basically what I meant by the best of both worlds. Basically, an AI is actually already the best of both worlds, because you're looking at a robot which can think like a human. Like one thing which AI will always lack, even to the best of like our abilities to basically give it algorithms, it will sometimes lack a creative. Yes, it can. It will have it has its own structures, but the structures are based on pre-existing knowledge. So sometimes it lacks the fundamental part to be entirely creative. Its creativity is based on works which are already there, as structures of which are already there. So now you need your coach, your coach to think outside of the box. For instance, I hit my leg. My coach will be like, man, forget that. Think about your girlfriend. Think about the future. Think about in the goal. There's something there. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Like maybe like he knows like that's how I normally react.
Motivation. Yeah.
So like a human can like come up with things which are outside the box. And one thing which we're forgetting about as humans, as smart as we are, as like we have a good brain, but then we still are illogical sometimes. So like a human will be able to take advantage of that illogicality in me, and to actually be able to push me past my limits. AI can push me to my limits. A human will need that extra step to push me past. If like it's a good coach.
I get you. Yeah.
So maybe like that's what I'm saying when I'm saying like the best of both worlds. I need you to have the understanding of everything, but then I also need you to be illogical sometimes, to be able to push me past.
Be creative sometimes. Yes. Break the boundaries.
Yes, because like currently we are here. Who would have ever thought like all of these structures around us could come from debt? Yeah, from resources. Yeah. Yo, but that is scary. If you guys think that a robot will be better than human, that is scary. Please comment in the comment section. If you were to have a sports coach, would you rather have a human sports coach or a robot sports coach, and why? But yeah, if you haven't yet gotten the gist of today's conversation, today we're talking about the 4th industrial revolution. Hey, it's a big one. We're talking about AI, the 21st century. Talk about the cloud. What is the cloud? Now if you have to keep data, you don't need to store it here. They say it's somewhere in the cloud. I don't know, is it that cloud? Is it a column numbers cloud? What kind of cloud? But we talk about big data analytics. So how do we analyze big data? We talk about the Internet of Things. Now, if you are searching for the Gold Youth Podcast, just go to the Internet Gold Youth Podcast. You're going to find us there, right? Talk about 3D printing, what that looks like. Talk about nanotechnology and quantum computing. So quantum computing is not pressing a computer in a quantum. No, my brother, that's not what it is. Quantum computing is about how do you compute things on a large scale, because now it used to be binary 1 and 0 system, right? But now we have super fast machines, supercomputers who can process a lot of data in a short amount of time. So if I can ask you both, like what is your understanding of the 4th industrial revolution? Okay, before I get that, I hear you speaking about Columbus clouds. Aibo.
No, that's
I mean, like when you say Columbus clouds, you're speaking about the first person who found America's cumulonimbus.
Cumulonimbus, hey, that one, you know.
But anyways, do you want to start or should I start?
I think I would start.
Sure.
So I think my understanding on like the fourth industrial revolution is using more AI and having like a more advanced LOT, which is a lot of internet usage. Also having some limits from that, because I feel like they can somehow take our wiseness out of our box as human beings. So it's very strict for us to use like cybersecurity or something like that. I feel like the fourth industrial revolution also does somehow covers that inside its context.
Like with cybersecurity and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. All right, thank you.
Okay, for me, I'll come. Okay, as I said before, I'm a teacher, so like I feel like in this text I have to give a broad
Come through.
perspective.
Yeah.
Okay. Before we speak about the fourth industrial revolution, I want to like first speak about the first one. So the first industrial revolution was around the 1700s.
Yeah.
It was with the creation of the steam engine.
Steam engines, coals.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like the reason why it was called an industrial revolution is because like it revolutionized how the industries were working. It basically allowed us to have more stocks, more production, limited time. Workers who never get tired. Basically it revolutionized energy. That is the second thing which like happened with the second industrial revolution, which introduces the electricity.
So the first one was the steam, coal, mechanization, right? And the second one, now we have electricity. And then electricity, you're like, okay, now
1800s.
we can have light, and we can
the light bulb.
have machines, and now we're gonna build factories. Now we're gonna build factories, and also we're gonna have mechanization. That's why you have your Ford. Do you guys know Ford? The car.
Definitely.
Now you start have like supply chain. You understand? So that's the second one. And the third one now was more focused on electronics, on computers, on phones. So that's why they started booming.
Like
the internet.
Computing.
So that's the internet came in, and computing. Yeah, that's where it came in.
Digitalization also.
Digitalization as well. That's the third one.
Yeah.
You understand? And now we're in the fourth one. The fourth one is the fastest growing industrial revolution from the previous ones.
Of course.
I
And
feel
it-
like the fourth one kind of like develops all the ones of the past. Whereas it's like it kind of like keeps all the all of those into like this circle, but
Yeah.
then it improves all of them each and every time.
Yeah, definitely. It builds on the third one, which is the internet.
Yeah.
So the first one laid the foundation of machines. Second one was like mass production, electricity. Third one, electronics, computers, phones, smartwatches, all that, gadgets, digitalization. Now the fourth one is like, okay, now how do we work on that? So now it's more internet, more artificial intelligence, more computers, more digitalization, more having a global network whereby now you can connect with someone in America, or you can work with someone in Rwanda while you're in South Africa. You understand? But as you were on the fourth industrial revolutions.
Okay, so basically what my point was about trying to cover that point first is like if you notice the first one it's between like for work. So basically the first one created energy. The second one was mass production, so it made the world a bit smaller. Third one was the internet. So it was basically communication between people and people.
Yeah.
And like the fourth one now is between person and yourself, because what you
Between when?
the person and yourself, because like what you'll notice is
Between
like
when?
your
A person
and yourself. Basically.
What's the difference between the person and yourself?
No, that's the point of which like I'm trying to get to. With this one, you have all of these, but like they're actually looking at the person into a deeper level. The third one was basically about a person and person, the internet. It made the world a smaller place. The second one, it was between countries, because it made trade that much easier. The first one was within the world, because it made creating within one country easier. So basically, it's more like it basically narrows it down as higher you go.
Yeah.
Now it's between you and yourself, because
You and yourself.
Because like this one is basically changing what it means to be human. Because right now with this industrial revolution, we're looking at supercomputers, whereby like you're putting chips in your brain. Basically, you're improving a person as they are.
Yeah.
You're looking at 3D printing, whereby like you can basically change the bones of humans fundamentally. You're looking at it with the AI and human merging. You're basically computerizing only humans. So it's between you and yourself. You're basically putting the internet into yourself. So the first industrial revolution, of which in a way of which I can explain it, it's still it's an expansion, but then this expansion is categorized by innovation. It's led by innovation. This innovation damn, I'm speaking too fast.
Oh, you see, he's a robot. He's a robot. He can speak all non-stop.
But I'm tired. Okay,
So it's about innovation.
but then this innovation, what makes it different from the past ones?
Yeah.
This innovation is led by basically science. The previous ones also, but then like this one, as you said, like it's on a faster track than the previous ones.
Previous ones, yeah.
Because now each and every person basically is collaborating to create this. As much as you don't know it, you think like you're just sitting there. Usually collaborating. You basically sharing your feedback. Each and every person here is basically a factor into this new one. Because it's not only looking at our industry, but then it's looking at revolutionizing
lives.
The way in which we see the world. Because now the world, besides it just being a round planet, now we've created a digital place of which like we have control
Virtual reality.
virtual reality, augmented reality. All of those have been actually made possible. Now it's not like we're looking at the innovation of energy. Yeah, sure, that is still a factor, but then with the fourth one, you're basically looking at the people, basically, how to change lives of people.
Right. I wanted to add to the point that you're saying about 3D printing. Yeah, So basically, 3D printing is also called additive manufacturing. It builds three-dimensional objects from computer-aided design. So you design something on the computer, and then you can print it out layer by layer. It gets printed out, right? So researchers at a university in America have found a way to print organs, muscles, and bones. They've also been able to place human cells inside the printer's ink cartridge and programmed the printer to print the cells in a predetermined order. In this way, they printed skin directly onto a patient's burn wound to save the person's life. So now they printed someone's skin. That's the future. And in 2019, before you come, in 2019, doctors in China saved a baby's life by implanting an artificial skull in 3 pieces into the child's head. The skull was made of titanium, which is lightweight and strong. So they printed a skull, they can print bones, they can print muscles now, they can print skin. Hey, it's a lot.
And like what makes it fascinating, first of all, I've actually worked with 3D printing.
Nice.
Because like you it's different. So basically you design whatever you want. If I want, I can like take a picture of myself. I turn that into a 3D copy. I print it there, and then like I code it into a computer, and like it comes out as an image, a 3D image of myself.
Nice.
Then like I can just print that, and then like I can have a lookalike of myself, like it's
a miniature.
Yeah, a doll. Basically, I can make myself look like a Goku, and like bring it out for me to play with if I want to. But like what makes it amazing is basically how they are doing it. Basically, each and every cell is different. So basically, what you're speaking about is them taking the stem cells of each and every individual human, making those stem cells to be able to print out organs. Remember, you can't just put plastic into a human body. That plastic would eventually like disintegrate. It would mess up the health of the person. So now they actually are editing in stem cells. Stem cells, they have all of your genes basically.
The data and all that. The
yes.
DNA.
So basically, if I can explain even more. This is basically the convergence of two fields in the past, gene editing and 3D printing. Now they're being mixed into one. So basically, the fourth industrial revolution is by mixing all of these fields into creating one. Because you're also having coding, which is coming into play. So like that's what makes it all the more fascinating. Basically, the fourth industrial revolution will. Basically, the sky is the limit.
Yeah.
What you can think is what we can do.
Like anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Wow.
Currently, right now, we're living in the future. I know, like, in the past, the future was shown as like flying cars. People are asking, like, where the flying cars
The flying
now?
cars.
Actually, no, you have them. Currently, you're living in the future. If you look at it from thoughts of like back then, currently you have the entire world on your fingertips. You have a phone that is basically an extension of you. You are basically, how many of us can wake up without a phone? None of us. Your alarms are there. You take notes on your phone. You play games on your phone. Your phone knows you better than your parents know you.
Yo, that's deep.
So like basically we're living in that age.
Yeah. Interesting. Imanam, I know you also do coding.
Yeah.
Like, any thoughts on this fourth industrial revolution? Also, like, from a coding perspective.
Like a lot of programming languages we have in coding.
Yeah.
Are programming languages from the past, which have been here for quite a long time. I feel like right now it's time to make it quite easy for each and every individual to easily adapt how to use that programming language.
Yeah.
I feel like with AI we can also do that, make coding very easy because very hard.
Yeah. Coding used to be very hard. I remember, like back in high school, like, coding used to be very hard. But now I saw with ChatGPT, you can just say, create me a code.
Yeah, you can go to ChatGPT and create me a code or write a programming language or on programming like this thing. Then it will just tell you that, okay, this is JavaScript, write it. This is Python, write it. This is JCCS or whatever.
Yo, do you think that makes us lazy? That's gonna make us lazy?
That takes out human wiseness. That's when you start like to kind of lose yourself, because you now not have like this critical thinking. You just like want to go more and more and more into AI. Okay, I don't want to think more. I just want to like spend less time in this. Let me go to ChatGPT.
Does that mean as humans we're becoming the opposite of smarter?
Yeah, I think so. We are kind of becoming the opposite of smarter. A
Sure.
little bit and a little bit.
Can I come in?
Yeah.
Can I come in?
Yeah, because there's also a lady in coding, I think from, what do you call this organization?
We called
From Musenberg, the one that came here that day.
okay, Turtle Stitch.
Turtle Stitch.
From Ames.
From Ames.
Yeah.
That lady said never allow a computer take your wiseness, because the minute you start to become
Dependent on it.
that's where you lose your wiseness. So each and every individual using computer and depending in computer or AI for a lot of things, they lose their wiseness. They become lazy of doing things, and they want AI to do those things for themselves.
Wow, that's deep. Max?
For me, like also to come in. Imanam, you make a very good point, but then it also, for me, I feel like it also like comes into each individual person. It depends on yourself. Meanwhile, you're saying like AI is like taking human wiseness, computer. Actually, I might agree with that, but then I don't fully agree with it, because it depends on the individual person. Remember, this is a tool. A tool is only as useful as you make it out to be. Because now it will depend basically on the people, how you use it. Because as you said, I can tell ChatGPT, I wanted to make this code for me.
Yeah.
That's being overly dependent. That's being lazy. So basically, it's not the computer making you lazy, it's yourself. Now come in with a different mindset. You come in, you don't tell it to do it for you. You create your code,
your own code, and
like you basically have it as a second brain to basically look at like what
you edit it.
What are my mistakes then? How can I improve it? Now basically you are turning it into your PM. Now it's a peer-to-peer learning. Basically you're having it as a second brain. As we say, most two brains are better than one. And this brain now is in your hand. You can just ask it, how is it? Basically you work yourself. You basically have it to be basically give you a new perspective. So instead of you being overly dependent on it, because it's not always going to be correct. Two people can ask AI one question, and then it can
different
give
responses.
Two different.
Yes.
You using different AI chatbots.
Yes. So like
it
also depends on you as a person. You can basically use all of them basically to have more brains on you, more people to think. You basically have think boxes all around you. So instead of it basically limiting human wiseness, it's based on how the individual views it, how the individual basically uses it. as I said, it's a tool. It will only take charge of your life as much as you allow it to.
It's actually, that's true what you both are saying, right? In terms of, in general, people are lazy.
Yeah.
General, people are
2Ks.
lazy. Especially with this young generation, the 2Ks, which are Generation Z, and the next generation Alpha, where we are people who grew up in. We're lazy. It's hard to wake up in the morning.
But can I also say something?
Yeah. Fight for them.
No, I'm not fighting. Basically, one thing which I said when the show was beginning, that I'm a scientist.
Yes, sir.
And as a scientist, I'm an inventor. So like, basically, one of my driving motivations was like, to be able to make innovation. You need to be have a bit of laziness in you. You need to have lazy.
So that you can make the best. Yeah, they said that. I've heard that.
Because like you're basically trying to make each and everything easy.
So
like there's no innovation without a tad bit of laziness.
Max is defending.
And then they're kind of over lazy.
Yeah, but become over lazy, and also like another point. So as humans generally lazy. So now we're people like, even if you have to do a school assignment, I'm gonna go straight to ChatGPT or Meta AI.
You will fail, man.
You're gonna go to Photomat, say take a picture of that question, put it on Photomat,
and then does anything.
Gives you all the answer. You just write down.
You see, so that's my worry. But I like what you guys are saying about how use it as a second brain.
Yeah.
So I have an idea, I have a thought that I want to bring to life, and then I draft it down, and after I've drafted it down, then I share with ChatGPT like.
Yeah. Then you're gonna discuss it. Peer to peer.
On a peer-to-peer level. So that's one way to use it. Don't use it to think for you or to generate ideas for you, but use it to polish your ideas, right? Because also you talk about algorithms, about machine learning. So what computers and AI does, it learns your patterns. Hence, if we're both log into Google now and ask the same question, we're gonna get different responses. You're gonna get responses tailored to you, responses tailored to me, because it is also learning me. And so use it as a second brain, but not as a thinker.
So basically, use it, don't abuse it.
Use it, don't abuse it, don't misuse it. But use it, work with it, you understand?
Yes, sir.
But yeah, moving forward. So, it sounds like a lot's happening, guys. Which jobs do you think will disappear in the next 20 years? Because now it seems like low-skilled jobs are going to be obsolete. Because now machines can do routine work. It started, even in the second industrial revolution, whereby they had supply chains, right?
Yes, sir.
So now here the wheels come in here the body comes in here the engine comes in here, and then here a car is out. So we don't need a lot of people to be like put the tires, understand? So
Some
in terms of
dismissed.
Come again?
Some has to be dismissed.
Some have to lose work, you understand? So in terms of repetitive jobs, low skill jobs, people are going to lose work there. You understand? So how do you envision the work industry in the next 20 years? Like, which jobs do you think people are going to lose, or which jobs are going to be created in the...
So yes, basically it's on what you're saying. It's again, we're looking at it into two different aspects, which is losing and creating.
Pros and cons.
Yes, but then like how about we look at it into we add in a third option.
Okay, which one is this one?
The third one is basically upgrading. Basically we're never actually losing jobs. We're actually upgrading jobs. Because even if you can look at it from back then, as you said about the car, now you have machines building the cars.
Yeah.
Where do the humans go? Because like they used to be the ones to hammer each and everything. Now the person who was hammering, the blacksmith, now basically is in charge of it. Looks at the work of which the robot is doing. Another person is basically packaging it. The third person is checking its manufacturing. The fourth person is checking how well it's working. So basically you create new jobs, or you basically upgrade the existing jobs. Currently, many jobs are gonna disappear. I will not lie to you. Even teachers will disappear.
Even teachers.
Even doctors. Doctors are gone. Maybe you might still have your nurses, but doctors.
Will you have podcasters?
There's no surgeons.
Am I safe?
Yeah, maybe.
As a podcast?
You're kind of safe.
I'm safe. Even surgeons.
I'm thinking about even surgeons, because we're gonna integrate advanced AI robots into like the surgery theater.
And like
to do the operations.
and like what we're looking at, doctors are working with human lives. Sometimes small mistakes can do happen. For instance, maybe I can like see symptoms of something.
Yeah.
Remember, like different diseases can have the same symptoms.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of which I'm treating the other one, but basically it's the other one.
the other one.
But now if you have robots, they not just
That have like all the knowledge.
yeah, because like they can see in a broader aspect than us. They're not limited to our senses. They can check the body. Basically, your robots will be there to kill the disease before they even like emerge.
Become a
Maybe
big
you
problem.
might not suffer from cancer anymore.
But now, but there are new jobs which are like are gonna be appearing. For instance, but most jobs now they create inequality because most jobs are gonna require you to be mostly skilled into the
Coding thing.
computer science.
Yeah, and that's my chat. Which now I have to know coding, I have to know computers, and I'm a grandmother who's in the rural areas. All my life I worked in the farms, and now I want to improve, and now they're saying I can't work in the farms because there's a robot that can do that. What do I do? I want to work. I don't know.
Robot.
I can't reinvent. I'm old. I don't know coding. I don't know computers.
like
How do I survive in a world like that?
Actually, one thing of which I can say, you're looking at the grandmothers. I'm looking at you because even you are currently disadvantaged by what's currently happening.
Yeah, even me, I don't know some of these things you're saying.
Because like one of which I've checked, I'm still part of the new generation. I was doing like I've been doing coding all my life. Last week I'm going to a new event.
Last week,
Actually this week Saturday I was somewhere.
Sure.
Working on this new software which we're developing. Yeah, but these people are coming in with new things. I'm like, I thought like I was the new generation.
Yeah.
But like, it's even newer than me. So basically it's on the first track which it's going to. So basically instead of like each and everyone having to know coding, that's actually not a skill which everyone will need to know.
Okay.
We still do need some people for some jobs. For instance. But it does have inequalities. For instance, in low skill people.
Those skill jobs, yeah, those will become obsolete.
Yes, but now maybe you can have them as second hand vendors. They can be open up on their own businesses maybe. Luckily with this new age comes also new ways to teach people, because like as even you've mentioned about Elon Musk, the microchip. You have the entire world in your hands.
Basically.
There's many things of which like you can put it into your impact. As that cashier, we still need your expertise. We'll bring you aside, ask you like what do you think about this and this and this
for input.
That's also a job which you're going to be compensated highly for.
Intellectual property of some sort.
Basically now we need humans to come in with their with their wisdom. We need humans to come in with their creativity, because like what do you think about this, what do you think about that? That is how it was done in the past. Now we're moving forward into the future.
No, it makes sense. Like, but I think just in general, I think we are more scared of losing than gaining, because we're losing what we know and then we're gaining what we don't know.
So basically, we're scared of our change.
They're known. It's scared of change. Yeah,
yes.
It's always been a human thing. Always scared of change.
Yes.
What is because I'm used to this now. But, so how is this gonna change my life now?
But then like new jobs will be created, because like in the face of adversity, that's where you see evolution.
Innovation as well.
Innovation and evolution is the same thing.
Maybe in the future it might have like people that might be mentoring or kind of looking after, like there's AI robots.
This
might be a job.
Interesting.
It's hard to like give a pro skill like thought of it, but like many jobs are going to be lost. I was even scared to see even like pilots. Pilots are losing their jobs because now they're saying like you're gonna be flying planes.
Autopilot. Imagine.
No, like from the ground, as if like you're flying a drone.
Who's flying? Is it the pilot just flying from?
Yes.
Imagine that you're on a flight to Rwanda, Kigali, and then they say your pilot is on a break. Now the plane is just flying straight. Alright, guys.
Definitely.
It's a scary future, but it's fun though.
Yes, but then like one thing which like I feel like we have to look at in this future is basically we're not only looking at innovation because like mostly when we look at innovation we lose the core aspect of it. What's the reason why we want this innovation is to better human lives. So basically with that we do have people who are looking at the sustainability of it. But like we should not put any side higher than the other.
Yeah.
In our sustainability, we shouldn't try to be stagnant. We should still embrace change.
Yeah.
One sustainability, but we should still embrace change. One change, but then we should limit our distraction. We should basically make sure we go with the majority. We don't want to leave many people out because currently what is happening, third world countries or which are still like struggling to
underdeveloped countries, yeah.
Because like even if you can bring this development into their hands, we still have the infrastructure to look at. We still have the people who don't have skills. We still have they might have resources, but then like now it's gonna be more like a new colonization happening.
You can't go to a rural area in Zimbabwe, in the rural areas, or in South Africa, or in Botswana, or in Zambia, or in Rwanda, and then you talk about ChatGPT and AI, maybe to a person who does not have electricity. Now, okay, how will that work? How does not have internet? You understand? So there's definitely a gap that will be built between those who have and those who do not have. But it's about how do we bridge that gap?
Yes,
basically, so according to research, we are told that emotional intelligence, right, will become a very important skill for the future for humans. Why do you think that is?
Emotional intelligence. Can you define it? Because maybe like my thoughts on it. How can you define it as?
What is your what is your understanding?
Emotional.
Welcoming.
Emotional intelligence. I can look at it in two aspects.
Yeah.
Emotional intelligence is the ability for people to work well with our robots, to know that like they're not here to replace us, but they're here to work with us. And another thing is about robots also learning the emotions of humans, because like there was a project of which like I tried working on which I tried inputting knowledge of which like can therapists be replaced by robots. And like that is a possibility, because now maybe you will have a therapist who never has a bad day. You can go ask them whatever you feel like.
Always in a good day, always in a good mood.
Always in a good mood. Yes. So maybe you will have a therapist like that who can actually understand you on an emotional level. Because remember, guys, emotions are something which like we can play with. Have you noticed like if you're sad, you play a sad song, you feel even more sadder.
Yeah.
If you are maybe sad and then like your song comes in, you kind of like forget it just a bit, and then like you're grooving. So music has the ability to change our emotions.
Big
so
time.
Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand like what triggers humans, and from that aspect, humans your emotion can actually be coded. And like we can change it. So like
can be coded with music.
Besides just music, it can be coded by basically machines. You can understand which mood you're in. Do you want to delve into that mood even deeper? Maybe like you're sad, you want to feel even more sadder.
So let's give you more sad music.
Or maybe like let's put in your TV show which like will basically play
trigger those emotions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe you have to get to work. You put in your headphones. You hear those motivations. Be like, yeah, I can do this, man. You hear John Cena. Be like,
John Cena.
Yeah, man. And like you also go and so like your emotions can be basically tempered in with like that. And now when you're speaking about emotional
intelligence.
Emotional intelligence, basically it's how we adapt our computers into those, and like them are basically knowing more about a human than a human can actually sometimes
Mad Max is recruiting people to machines. Is that what you think as well?
Yeah, I think so. People to machines.
But what about emotional intelligence? Just not for the machines, just for you as a person. Like it's what you're saying, like being able to read emotions, being able to read the room, being able to be like, okay, Manam, how are you? I'm good, bro. You good? I'm good as well, but I can hear that you're not good. I can
and
see
then
that you're not good.
I ask you again.
So that's also emotional intelligence. You understand?
But yeah, as you're saying, it's on emotional intelligence
Yeah.
is also gonna like affect human to human, basically how we communicate, how well do I understand what Imanam is saying. Maybe like I'm gonna say something there. I don't know if like it's triggering to him or not. Maybe like you know, like it's something which like we have to be very careful with on these days. I'm speaking about parents. Maybe like some person
Doesn't have a parent,
and,
and it triggers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything like that. Maybe like I'm speaking about like humor. One person will laugh, one person will be negatively affected. So that's the well being of like understanding emotional
intelligence. Yeah.
I feel like that's also basically what it means to be human, because emotions basically what we as humans are. Emotions make us illogical. That's basically what makes us imperfect. If you've heard the saying of humans are not perfect.
Yeah.
I feel like emotions are part of like what
makes us imperfect.
Because
which is not a bad thing. Which is not a bad thing, because it makes us human. Yeah. And it comes back to what Imanam was saying in the beginning about the sports coach, but he or she will or they will have that emotional connection with the person. You understand? So that's emotional. Any final thoughts on emotional intelligence?
He said it all.
Hey, the robot says, so you copy and paste now. So to add to emotional intelligence, right? There are also other skills for the future, and those are complex problem solving. So you understand that you can have a problem, but if it's a complex problem, it's gonna be a good skill for you to have complex problem solving skills. Because let's say there's a robot here that has to do a podcast, and the robot is podcasting, right? And then it knows about from 2 o'clock until 3 o'clock when I shoot a podcast. But then a fire breaks out here, so the robot is programmed to just push the podcast from 2 to 3. But a human will be like, oh, okay, here's a complex problem. I was not expecting a fire, but now it's burning. So how do I deal with the situation? You understand? So you need complex problem solving skills. You need critical thinking. I think that has been covered. You need to be creative. You understand? To be creative, like, okay, this has been done in this way, but how can we add more flavor? How can we add more juice to it, right? People management, knowing how to work with people, coordinating people, emotional intelligence again, judgment, decision making, service orientation, negotiation, and cognitive flexibility. So that is about how far you can stretch your mind in terms of thinking about concepts and ideas. Do you have any skills that you'd love to add to that, or does that kind of sum it up? What do you guys think?
I feel like that mostly sums it up. That's which like the skills which I will need to have in the future.
In the future, yeah.
Yeah, it basically also one thing which I'm gonna need freedom, because basically we're trying to also limit this thing of like I feel like people need to know how to take a break, because currently we live our entire lives working. So maybe like this future of which you're speaking of, we need to also develop the skills of like how it is to take a break, because also like what happens is so many people, like, we live our lives working, and when you're free you don't know what to do.
Yeah, because you're always working.
So like so we do actually need the skills of like knowing how to relax, how to have fun, and all of those things.
True that. Any final thoughts? Yeah,
I think you summed like all of those skills we need to have in the future. They will be kinda very good to have it in every individual. Very beneficial to have.
Because now if you can do what a robot can do it better than you. But what can you do that a robot cannot?
Relaxing.
That's not productively. We're talking about productivity here.
That is productive for my self-esteem.
Gag. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you learned something on this episode. Hey, there are a lot of terms, a lot of new words: fourth industrial revolution, computing, coding, 3D printing, nanotechnology, whereby they put tiny robots inside you, clouding, quantum computing, which we defined as not pressing a computer in a quantum, but it's something about computing a lot of numbers at the same time. Maybe in a text, maybe, I don't know, but you know. So it's a lot of things. So hopefully you learned something. But thank you so much for joining us.